Hello, this is Len here. Welcome back to another video on LMG, and today we're going to be talking about an interesting topic. No gaming video, no animation, but here we are. So, as you have heard, you've probably heard of a YouTuber named Laneris. He is very underrated. You should subscribe to him. He's made his own alternate world. It doesn't really have like a name, official name, for example, like Laneris Plan or whatever. We're just going to call it Laneris World, but there's 3 continents: Blusdacrest, Antares, and Laneris. And we're going to be reviewing these continents, and we're going to talk about some things. Now, this video is obviously based off of Crunchyroll Animations, who will also be linked in the description along with Laneris. Go subscribe to him. He was the one who inspired me to do this, and this is just explaining everything that, just a simpler explanation, kind of. And also in-depth explaining of the Laneris continent, which was just added to the lore, which is just added to the lore here. And this, so here is the map. The year is 13. In this, the year that this takes place in is 13, which is the current year in that. So this is an up-to-date map that we know, that the up-to-date map, basically. So this is the map. This is the last update we've seen. So this is like the most up-to-date map we can get. So let's start with Blusdacrest, which is the first continent to be in here, and the main continent, I would say. Because this continent houses everything, pretty much was the first continent. It's kind of like the year up of our world. So first we're going to review Faran. Faran, it just got out of a war. 3 years and 10... In the year 10, it just got out of a war it won the 10-day war against Morangen, Esperon, and Apsarokt, which are all gone now because Faran took them over in the Second Bluecrestian Wars, or most commonly known as the Faran Campaign to Power. And this is the current border. This is the most up-to-date borders we can get with all 3 of these continents. So we got Faran right here, and Lakosat, which is just, I guess, a remnant of with Apsarokt. So it is a puppet state of Faran. And these nations were with Haxenpool, which we'll explain a little bit. So for small countries, because there is really small countries on here, and tribes, there is the number thing right here, so 1 would be Javakost, 2 is Turnistan. That most of these are just chill countries that don't do anything. Turfenston, I don't know how to pronounce it. Turfenston, I'm just going to say Turfenston. That nation is joined on Faran's side. It is an independent country, but it is joined on Faran's side and is declared one Haxenpool. Haxenpool is, I would say, probably one of the main countries here. Haxenpool and Oronas is probably the main countries here. So Haxenpool has colonies on every 3 continents, and with Faran, Haxenpool, Oronas, and Faran have colonies on all 3 continents. And they're the only 3 that have these colonies on all 3 continents, which we'll explain in a little bit. So Autistry just got out of a civil war, and they lost because Turfenston helped. Turfenston and I think Turnistan helped Iraeos get their independence from Autistry. Swasterland also just got out of a civil war. Many of these nations have civil wars recently. Haxenpool did have a civil war after the communists lost the election and the communist revolution started, but they lost, so it's now democratic. And that's really all we have to explain, because Retro Animations did a lot of things. Oh, forgot. So Laneris had an autonomous region called Dralanian, I think, something like that. And Crunchyroll Animations called it Lania or whatever. So what I can piece together is Colmenrest can confirm this or not. Colmenrest can deny or confirm this. I don't know, but in a video before the Haxan-Lanian War, Haxenpool declared war on Laney. Laney, and Laney lost. Not to be confused with my nation. So we'll get to that in a little bit, but this is not to be confused. So this is a different thing. This is not me. So Haxenpool declared war on Lernia, which is right here, and they lost an autonomous region named that the Haxonians. I'm gonna call them Haxonians. They called it Drelanian. I don't know. This is just what I've pieced together from the evidence. Orones is the most strongest country. Haxenpool second. I'm sure Faran is probably strong in military form. But let's go on to Antares, which is Antares and Laneris is the new world to Blusdacrest. So we're gonna move on to there. So first, Haxenpool and Orones had a war here, which Orones won. So Haxenpool made a new colony here, and in the year 9, Pierian had independence, so it declared as a legitimate entity, I guess. So this is interesting because in this area right here, in this little circle area, was the Republic of Sixland. This was a native tribe of Antares, which it made a community post in real life in YouTube declaring war on Colmenrest. So Colmenrest made an animation, and I joined too. So that's why you can see the Elemi colony there, which is called the Lanier Republic of New Sixland, which is a puppet state of the Elemi. Orons annexed the Haxenpool Colmenrest land is a part of Orona's. Haxenpool got the southern part of it. Autistry, Faran, they already had colonies here by that time. Faran started their colonial expansion here when Pierian, and is now probably having skirmishes with Pierian. And, okay, so these two tribes, Capayapan and Cassiopesh, so the Haxonians tried to conquer this area, but were kicked out by the native tribes of Cassiopesh, and the Iraios, the new country, tried to get a colony by Faran, but it was kicked out by the Capayapan nation. And that's really all we have to explain. In these areas right here, these are just unclaimed lands. These are not claimed by a legitimate entity yet. So now we're gonna move on to the last continent here, Laneris. Make sure the camera can. Okay. Yeah, Laneris. So Laneris just added. This is made by me. So we got the Elemi, which was established. This is all my lore. This is all made by me for me. So it was established in the year 7, and it expanded to this. Orones, Haxenpool have colonies here, and Faran recently just got their colony this way, on the other side, near Bakon and Urkon. What I'm thinking is, they have similar cultures, because they're right by each other, so they probably have similar cultures, and just their name. So they probably derive from the same culture. Snowstania, which is the southern country here, a cold country, if you couldn't tell. So all this area is just unclaimed. Haxenpool and Orones had the colonies here. Faran just got their colony here. They were trying to make a colony, I think, right here. Orones and Haxenpool would not let them do that because they blockaded the area, I guess. So Faran sailed this way from here, and then they established a colony right there. So that isn't it. So back at Blusdacrest, we have, also I forgot to mention, Lakosat also has Jakosat. Jakosat was also annexed in that situation, which is where this comes from. Apsarakt province, I guess, is here. Morangen is here. Isparon is like here. This isn't a totally accurate map. This is just the map that we could. This is just the as much of a map that we can get, the most up to date map as we can get, because Laneris has not made any new map posts other than the recent frame to get Ferran campaign up to power. So that's always. So this is the most recent frame of what he's working on that is public, and this is the most recent map of Antares that is public, and this is the most recent map of Laneris that is public. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This isn't deriving the history, just what they are. So this could be accurate, this could be inaccurate. Laneris, you can confirm all these for yourself. Big shout out to Crunchyroll Animations and Laneris. Crunchyroll Animations gave me this idea to review all these 3 continents here and just tell a little bit about them and cover some things that he might have not. I know he probably did. And shout out to Laneris because he is the one who made all this possible. The Blusdacrest, Antares, and Laneris. He was the one who made all these. I mean, I made this one. He made the name of that, but he made it canon. So all these, thanks to Laneris. Thank you to Crunchyroll Animations. I have Laneris link. I have Laneris and Crunchyroll Animations link in the description, and I also have Crunchyroll Animations videos in the description, because go ahead and watch them out, because you can see if I spotted it, if there's any mistakes that he had that I didn't or something, or yeah, you can just look. This does take place in the year 13. This is the most accurate map we have. So, like, if Laneris posts something new, don't come to me like, this isn't accurate. Yeah, this is the most accurate map we have at the time of I'm recording this. In the community posts that he's made, this is the most recent frame of the Ferran campaign to power. This is the most recent frame of Antares. This is the most recent frame of Laneris. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, and big shout out to Laneris and Crunchyroll Animations for, Crunchyroll Animations for giving me this idea to review all these continents and not just blatantly copying them like I drew this. This is geographically placed, by the way. And thank you for Laneris for just. He created all this. I did not come up with really any of this. Laneris created all this, integrated in canon, integrated an entire lore storyline, I guess. He already has a lot of videos about this topic in this world on his channel. You should definitely check it out. You should definitely check out Crunchyroll Animations channel. And yeah, I hope you have a deeper explanation of Blusdacrest, Antares, and Laneris, because many people I've seen that some people don't understand this. So here's just a brief explanation of every country in here. And there's not a lot of information on some countries. There's a lot on other countries. Like Piran doesn't have little information about it. Like the only information we have is that it's in Antares and that it was established in November of the year 9. But for some Haxenpool and Orones, we have a lot of information. Like Haxenpool originated from this area and was called Hajaxen. Well, Orones originated from this area right here and it was called Farah. Farah. And we know that Haxenpool started from here after Hajaxen fled. Actually, Hajax soldiers fled. So yeah. So many of these cultures are similar, because there's cultures to these. So Ferran already has their own language that is like English, that uses English text but has different pronunciations. Haxenpool and Jakosat, which is right about here, is right about there, but it's part of Lakosat now, the Ferranian puppet sake. They both have similar cultures because they originated from the same place. Just Haxenpool migrated. Yeah, that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I've said this 3 times already because I kept on rambling and rambling. This video is already for 15 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe to me. It's the CB Flip Clip team. I can just say that. Which is me, Laneris, and Crunchyroll Animations. Please subscribe to them. They were a huge part in this. And yeah, bye guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. But I'm going to keep on rambling forever anyway. Alright, well, bye.